President Trump is moving Space Command out of Colorado Springs, saying that it is punishment for Colorado using mail-in ballots, linking a strategic military decision to his false claims that the 2020 election was rigged against him. Trump tying mail-in ballots to the Space Command decision is new. The battle over whether to keep it in the Springs or move it to Huntsville, Alabama is not new. 4 years this has gone on. Temporary headquarters were already in Colorado when the Air Force picked Alabama as the location during Trump's first term. President Biden then declared Colorado to be the permanent home, said that it would take too long to uproot and relocate staff and they could harm national defense. Now Trump says Space Command is moving to Alabama permanently. There has been serious debate in national security circles about which of the two cities, both heavy on military and defense contractors, would be the best location. But then President Trump made clear today that politics played, in his own words, a big factor.
Thank Colorado. The problem I have with Colorado, one of the big problems, they do mail-in voting. They went to all mail-in voting. So they have automatically crooked elections, and we can't have that. When a state is for mail-in voting, that means they want dishonest elections, because that's what that means. So that played a big factor also.
Colorado's whole congressional delegation, D's and R's, want Space Command to stay here. In a rare joint statement, they wrote, quote, "We are united in fighting to reverse this decision. Bottom line, moving Space Command headquarters weakens our national security at the worst possible time." It's not clear if they can do squat about it. Democratic Attorney General Phil Weiser also says he plans to challenge this decision in court. Similarly, it's not clear on what grounds. A constant voice on this issue for years has been John Suthers, the Republican who served as Colorado AG and mayor of the Springs. He met with both Biden and Trump trying to convince the presidents to keep Space Command in Colorado. Suthers told us today that Trump actually made it clear to him years ago that he saw Space Command as a reward for his supporters in Alabama rather than for people in a blue state like Colorado.
When I talked to him about it in January of this would be 2020, so a year before he left office, he said to me, "Are you a Republican mayor?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "What are the prospects for me in Colorado?" Well, not being stupid, I didn't say you don't have any chance at all. I said uncertain. He seemed annoyed by that and said, "Well, I think I'm going to wait until after the election to make the decision about Space Command." And I knew at that point in time that that was going to be problematic.
Colorado Springs is set to lose about 1,500 jobs directly tied to Space Command. Former Mayor Suthers says that will then ripple into the civilian workforce with more job losses as defense contractors follow active duty service members out of state.